Hello and welcome back to another playthrough of Star Trek Next Generation Final Unity. Today we're going to be looking at some biotopes and find out what happened to Dr. Hunforsh. First we're going to have to pick up a little something. Gonna go to this shuttle dock. Let's take this tricorder and examine here.
This cargo shuttle is powered by two 2,250 millicochrane warp engines. No unusual readings. This device recharges microgenerators. This microgenerator has a thermally rechargeable power source.
So let's pick up because we're gonna need it. Okay, our first biotope we're going to visit is the Canyon Biotope. Ignore that pop-up. It always happens when you press the shift key too many times. Now let's use the microgenerator. And see what happens.
This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are the caverns, the pit, and the crater. No unusual readings. According to the kiosk map, the crater is home to 229 plant, insect, and small reptile species. According to the kiosk map, the pit contains a significant amount of water, despite the arid climate. According to the kiosk map, the caverns are home to 568 plant and animal species.
Okay. Now let's find our field unit, which is the rocky one. And we're gonna send them to the caverns first. I meant to say crater, but let's go with the crater first. Since I started seeing it. Now we wait. Here comes our field unit. Now we're gonna send it back out again for 2 more times. First the pit, then the caverns. And we'll let it take its sweet time because I'm in no hurry. Hate sticky keys. And one more, send out one more time to the caverns. Oh, where we go. While that's out there, definitely want to take the micro generator so we don't forget it. Next, we're going to go to the marine biotope. Basically do a little backtrack in here. Marine biotope. I said I just sent all my guys towards the biotope. Then just one person because it would probably take a little while. Now, same procedure as before. Put the micro generator in the power port and the map will come up.
This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are within the jelly corals and the water. According to the kiosk map, the population within the living jelly corals is constantly in flux. According to the kiosk...
As far as this first time. Okay, what we're gonna need is the aquatic field unit. I'm gonna send this one to the one of the 4 nearest jelly corals. Now our field unit has turned. Let's see what it's got. Now we send it out again.
I see no way of using this without...
Now same procedure as before, this time on the other side. Now send it out one last time. Let's get our field unit and our microgenerator and head to the last biotope. The bog forest biotope. Oh, Riker's going a bit fast. Let's see who will get to the bog forest biotope first. And it looks like Riker is the winner! Same procedure as before, use the microgenerator and then send out the field unit. I have no idea what the hell that was.
This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are the 4 tunnels within that petrified tree.
Now let's start those tunnels in numerical order, or not. 2, 3, tunnel 1. notice the different colors for the samples. Red for the canyon biotope, blue for the marine biotope, and green for the tropical. Okay, we got 2 green samples so far. Same procedure, send out to tunnel number 3. And we'll get our sample. 3 down, 1 to go. And we got our last sample. Get our field unit. And head back to the shuttle dock to put the microgenerator back. Apparently I forgot to do it last time. And our microgenerator is back in its home. Next stop, the laboratory.
Take a sonic scan of these samples.
Let me take a sonic scan of these samples. A sonic scan might help us interpret these samples.
Okay? Let Dr. Crusher do the talk and end the sampling. save the green ones for last.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's genetic signature differs from its identification tag.
Next sample.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's neural pathways have been drained of electrical energy. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's neural pathways have been drained of electrical energy.
Now for the marine samples.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. All readings are normal. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. All readings are normal. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. All readings are normal.
Nothing unusual here.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's genetic signature differs from its identification tag.
Aha.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's neural pathways have been drained of electrical energy. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's genetic signature differs from its identification tag. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's neural pathways have been drained of electrical energy.
And the last sample.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject contains high ionic residue and trace amounts of neural tranquilizers. Originating creature may consume energy.
Uh-oh. There goes the neighborhood.
I'd like to contact Healer Zolis.
Healer Zolis may help interpret our findings.
We got some strange bioscans from those samples. Call Healer Zolis. Maybe she can help explain them.
Open a channel to Healer Zolis.
Channels open.
I'm Dr. Beverly Crusher of the Starship Enterprise. I'm investigating Dr. Hunforsh's disappearance.
A Starfleet officer. I was expecting this.
Why did you expect Starfleet to investigate the doctor's disappearance?
It seemed likely. She said she planned to file a complaint with the Federation Council regarding smuggling in the preserve.
The Council never received any complaint. We would have been notified.
Well, then I suppose she changed her mind, or someone changed it for her.
Tracker Melas said you knew about an argument that Dr. Hunforsh had with the constable.
Yes, the doctor mentioned it when she asked about Aramut. He's a Ferengi who provides us with alien species for the preserve.
Why was she asking about Aramut? Did it have something to do with the mistagged animals in his shipment?
Yes, she had spoken to Zudan, one of the 3 watchers in charge of the last shipment. He told her to talk to Aramut.
Dr. Hunforsh had accused the Watchers of smuggling. It seems the only way they could do that would be through Aramut.
Aramut has a rather unsavory reputation. The Watchers wouldn't have anything to do with someone like that. But you can ask Zudan yourself.
Did Idia know about his reputation when he recommended Aramut?
Considering how long Idia and Aramut have known each other, I would think so. Those two go back quite a while. I think Idia even came here on Aramut's ship.
Did the doctor speak with the other Watchers as well?
I doubt it. The other Watchers were at the quarantine shelter and suffered some kind of neural energy drain when the generators exploded. They've been comatose ever since. Zudan's the only Watcher on duty now.
A neural energy drain. Would it be possible to examine their neuroscans? I'd like to compare them with the scans from some animals which suffered similar injuries.
I'll send you the Watcher's neuroscans. You can view them on the bio table, but I recommend you speak to Watcher Zudan. You can find him at the quarantine shelter.
You've been very helpful. Thank you for your time.
I hope you find her soon.
The Watchers suffered an electrical energy drain from their neural pathways, as did the Myocordae mole. The Watchers suffered an electrical energy.
The injured Watchers showed the same neural energy drain as we found in some of the carcasses we examined.
The Watchers suffered an electrical energy drain from their neural pathways, like the Myocordae mole.
The Watchers suffered an electrical energy drain from their neural pathways, like the Myocordae mole.
I believe we should interview Watcher Zudan. He may have had contact with Dr. Hunforsh.
I'd like to hear what Zudan knows about Dr. Hunforsh, as well as the situation in the preserve.
I've got a few questions for Zudan.
Well, it's off to the quarantine shelter. Well, we know so far that a mysterious animal has been attacking the Watchers and other animals in the preserve. So let's see what Watcher Zudan has to say. Maybe he knows more about this animal than we thought. Let's use data and ask him.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Data of the Starship Enterprise. I'm investigating the absence of Dr. Hoon Forsh.
I'm responsible for preserve animals, not Federation scientists.
I understand the doctor spoke to you of her concerns regarding smuggling in the preserve.
Yes, she came here soon after the outages, ranting away. Imagine, accusing me, when I'm the one who told her about that boar mistagging.
What creature was in this area?
A 2-meter-long, 180-kilogram Sultus reptile, which came in on the last shipment. I found the watchers next to its cage the night of the outages. It's still missing.
My readings show traces of a tranquilizing agent in its waste.
Aramut always doses his animals with neurotranquilizers, just like Idia. We had to feed the reptile intravenously for days. It finally woke up right before the accident, just in time to escape.
These readings share the same ionic residue as samples found near other creatures drained of electrical energy. And this cage is also next to the drain generator. Perhaps the Sultus reptile is a mistagged animal that consumes electrical energy.
But there were no reports of it being seen near any of the power outages, and that reptile isn't easy to miss. Unless it's found a way to turn itself invisible, you're going to need another theory.
We have encountered several species capable of phasing out of the time continuum and, in effect, becoming invisible. We have also encountered species who consumed human neural energy. The Sultus reptile may be a life form with similar characteristics.
Well, if you believe so, I suppose it's possible.
Were you the one who found the carcass?
Yes. It died just before the outages, and I wanted her to test it.
When did you last see Dr. Hoon Forsh?
I haven't seen her for some time. I've been busy recovering animals which escaped during the power outages. It's not easy work. The last time I saw her, I sent her to talk to Aramut.
Why did you not ask Consultant Idia to test the carcass?
I don't trust him. Always drugging and borrowing animals for his experiments. In the interests of science, he says. I don't know how he could have approved that mistagging in the first place.
Do the Watcher's stunners set off the preserve surveillance system?
The system only detects signs of distress. Normal sleep does not raise an alarm. Likewise, stunners and neurotranquilizers also don't alert the system. Unlike Idia and Aramut, we prefer stunners. Chemical sedation can be harmful.
Consultant Idia mentioned that only Watchers can change the ID tags.
That's true, but the suppliers tag the animals first. We just match them up with the constable's shipping orders. Idia is responsible for verifying them.
Is it true that the Watcher's requests for restricted species were rejected?
Only 4 species out of 112. Of course, we were upset at first, but once the preserve is completed, we can always try again.
I have examined the neuroscans of the injured Watchers. The electrical energy within their neural pathways has decreased significantly. How could that have happened?
I don't know. During my evening rounds, I found them unconscious next to the Sultus reptile cage. I carried them outside the shelter and was going for help when the generators exploded.
Thank you for your time.
Watch your step now.
Let's get this straight. Idia selects and checks preserved species. He was the last one to see Dr. Hoon Forsh, and he has plenty of neurotranquilizers.
Idia persuaded the constable to use Aramut, and Idia is also capable of verifying mistagged species. And he had the neurotranquilizers to knock out Dr. Hoon Forsh if she posed a threat to him.
Only stunners or drugs could disable someone without setting off the surveillance systems. Idia has a supply of neurotranquilizers.
Well now, Idiot's in trouble. He's gone too far. He's in deep doo-doo now. Time to go to the constable and give Idiot his just desserts. Have to save real quick.
Constable, there's reason to believe that Consultant Idia was smuggling rare species into the preserve through his friend Aramut.
Are you trying to pick up where Dr. Hunforsh left off? She accused nearly everyone else of the same thing.
Idia persuaded you to hire Aramut and knowingly verified mistagged rare species. Idia also uses neurotranquilizers, which he could have used to subdue Dr. Hunforsh without triggering the surveillance system.
Idia's been nothing but trouble since he got here. This time he's gone too far. I'll send for him so we can settle this once and for all.
Please wait here until Constable Lixie returns.
Now we wait.
Constable, we asked Consultant Idia to go to your office. He went to get some items, then suddenly beamed out. He seems to be gone.
He must have called Aramut for help. The Ferengi has a subspace transporter. See if you can find Dr. Hunforsh.
There's a woman here asleep with a gag over her mouth. Maybe she knows.
That's her, you idiot. Wake her and send her here. And have a look around Idia's office while you're there. He might have left some evidence.
Have you captured Idia?
No. Unfortunately, he escaped with Aramut. This Federation team was sent to find you. Perhaps they can help.
I'm Counselor Troy of the Starship Enterprise. Don't worry, we'll make sure we find Idia and Aramut.
Forget them. We have to recapture the mistagged Sultus. It's already killed dozens of animals and destroyed several containment field generators.
This creature needs to be captured. Constable, have you restored power to the quarantine shelter generators?
The shelter force field will not help us. The creature escaped once, and it will escape again.
We could try to rephase the force field energy frequencies. It might be enough to stop the creature.
That might work, but the only place we can rephase the force field power is at the main power grid.
I'll go rephase the force field power.
Good. The power grid is on the other side of the preserve. Take one of the shuttles.
I hate to interrupt, but just how are we supposed to lure this creature back to the shelter?
What about the harmonic collector? It can emit high-energy EM fields. Let's use that as bait.
Yes, that should do it. V, I'll send one of the Watchers with you to the shelter to help set it up. If we can get the field power rephased, we might get that thing under control. I'll stay and monitor the situation from here.
It's off to the shuttle dock again.
The energy fields are responding. Frequency phasing complete.
Constable, has the harmonic collector been arranged?
Yes, but Dr. Hunforsh needs your help with the quarantine shelter. The only watchers I could find are needed to oversee the other biotopes.
We will be there.
Just one more thing. Zudan tells me those generators won't hold up for long, and we can't afford to send much power to the shelter right now. Many biotopes are already on reserve power only.
We will review the situation at the shelter when we arrive. Where will you be?
I'll be controlling electrical systems from my office. Then I have to call an emergency meeting of the Morassian Constabulary to explain just what's going on.
Well, it's back to the quarantine shelter.
Have you devised a means to trap the creature?
It's all set up, but I need you to operate those consoles while I keep an eye on the creature from here.
What do you wish me to do?
The harmonic collector's hooked into console 2. Once activated, it'll emit high-energy pulses to lure the creature in.
What is the next step?
Once the creature gets here, close the gates. The controls are on console 1.
What is the next step?
Quickly, activate the containment field, console 3.
Bye-bye, cultists!
We did it! Now what took you so long to find me?
The investigation was actually quite short in duration. Apparently your absence was not keenly felt. Constable Lixie had attributed your absence to a field trip.
She was probably still upset that I accused her of smuggling. I suppose I should apologize to her, now that I know Idia was behind the whole thing.
How did Consultant Idia learn that you suspected him? Did you accuse him of smuggling as well?
I didn't confront him. I was just looking for information. But after I asked him about the Sultis, he must have panicked and decided to drug me. I should have suspected when he invited me to dinner. He hates to hear people talk while he eats.
It appears the Watchers knew nothing of Idia's scheme to smuggle rare animals into the preserve through Aramut.
They were the ones who brought the Mistag boar to my attention in the first place. They weren't smuggling anything.
Apparently, Consultant Idia underestimated this reptile's appetite for electrical energy.
That egotist, thinking he could get away with it. Some of these animals are even from Romulan space. Did he think I wouldn't notice?
Are you certain the animals are Romulan in origin?
It would take more tests to be certain, but they definitely came from Romulan space. It's not surprising. Aramut does a lot of trading along the neutral zone.
What will happen to this reptile?
I'm sure Constable Lixie will want to send it back, unless I can convince her to keep it here. A creature like that doesn't come by every day.
I believe the captain will want to pursue Idia and Aramut. Will this incident significantly delay completion of the preserve?
It'll be a little behind schedule, but I have a few suggestions to help them speed things up.
Then it is time we return to the Enterprise. Good luck, Doctor. Beam us up.
Now we go chase Aramut.
Captain's log supplemental. Our successful attempt to locate Dr. Hunforsh has uncovered another mystery. Apparently, the creature responsible for the chaos on Morassia may have come from Romulan space. We are currently searching for the Ferengi trader Aramut. Despite somewhat questionable trading practices, he has never violated Federation law, until now.
Captain, Tabak asks to speak with you.
Captain, I heard about what happened on Morassia. That creature you discovered. It sounds exactly like a Verenak, a Garidian creature. Except the Verenak was exterminated long ago.
How could a Ferengi trader get hold of an extinct animal?
I have a theory. The followers brought many animals with them when they fled Gerid. It may be that this creature came from the followers' colony.
So if we learn where he got the animal, we may learn where the fifth scroll is.
I think this is a promising lead to pursue.
Captain, we've found Aramut. Our Ferengi trader should be at Jaward 3.
Set a course for the Jaward system. Engage.
And the chase begins. First, save our game. And we'll see if we can nail Aramut's ass.
Entering Federation space.
According to Aramut's flight plans, he should have arrived at Jaward 3.
Mr. Data, report.
There is no ship in this vicinity. However, sensors are picking up subspace induction vortices headed for the Nygold system.
Set a course for the Nygold system. Engage.
Well, it shouldn't take long.
Captain, we are approaching Aramut's ship.
Scan the ship. I want to know if Idia is on board.
His hull is lined with a neutronium alloy. Our sensors are unable to penetrate it.
Mr. Worf, prepare a tractor beam. Helm, take us into range.
They have raised their shields.
Sir, we will be unable to use the tractor beam while their shields are raised. They are attempting to flee. At maximum speed, they will be out of range in 12 seconds.
Let him go. Let's see what he does. I want to see this guy get into trouble.
Let him go. Let's see what he does.
Captain, the Ferengi has entered the neutral zone.
Mr. Worf, open a channel.
Aye, Captain.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise. You are in violation of Federation law. If you do not surrender immediately, we will be forced to take action.
Well then, I surrender, Captain. All you have to do is come and get me.
Aramut, your friend Idia has been charged with kidnapping. If he is on your ship, I'll have to add harboring a fugitive to your list of crimes.
And what if I am guilty, human? Are you willing to risk war with the Romulans in order to apprehend me?
Maybe.
Perhaps the Romulans would be interested to learn that several of the species you transported came from their space. I think I'll send them a report. You do know what Romulans do to smugglers, don't you?
What lies are you spreading, human? I didn't take any Romulan species. They were from Phrygia.
Well, if we're mistaken, I'm sure you can explain everything to the Romulans when they find you.
I am sure we can negotiate a deal, Captain Picard.
The only thing I'm willing to negotiate is your surrender, as well as Idia's.
You can take Idia, but I can tell you much in exchange for my freedom. Perhaps you'd be interested in some unusual movements of the Romulan fleet.
Mr. Data, transmit the coordinates of the brig so that Aramut can beam Idia to his new quarters. All right, Aramut, you've got a deal.
Done then. It is a fair exchange. You may have Idia and my shipping records immediately. Now, for the information you have purchased. I hear reports from the other side of the neutral zone, not that I have ever been there, of course, about a massive refit of the Romulan fleet.
What kind of refit?
They've upgraded the warp coils and added secondary power cores to many warbirds. The weapons systems suffer, of course. It may even impair cloaking ability. But they could easily outlast any Federation vessel at maximum warp.
It sounds as if the Romulans are in a race, one they want to win very badly.
Who can say what the Empire does or does not want? But a merchant always watches the spending habits of potential customers. For example, there has been a sharp rise in the price of ancient Tikan and Chodak relics in sectors near the neutral zone.
Interesting information, if it's true.
I would never cheat you, Captain. Now, this has been very entertaining, but I do have other customers.
The Ferengi is moving away. Warp 5.
Let him go. We have what we came for.
Captain, the report on Aramut's shipment is in the computer. Apparently the animals which Dr. Hune Forsh thought were from Romulan space actually came from Shoniosho Epsilon 6, uncharted territory.
I'll be sure to look at that report soon, Number One.
There's more, Captain. We can check on those animals in the Federation morphology database. These creatures are definitely related to species from Garrod. Shanoishu Epsilon 6, or Phrygia, as Aramut calls it, might just be our lost Garidian colony.
Be sure to alert our guests. Lay in a course for Shanoisho Epsilon 6, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Okay, one thing we need to do while on the way is check in with Starfleet.
Admiral Williams here. What can I do for you, Captain?
You gotta check with Starfleet more often. Check your orders, check your recent performance. Oh, definitely have to do this first.
Admiral, we've uncovered evidence which indicates that a mythical group of Garidians known as the Followers may actually exist.
Interesting. What did you find?
We identified several creatures on Morassia as Garidian species previously thought to be extinct. They came from the Shanoisho Epsilon system, which may be the location of the Followers' colony. I'd like to investigate that system further. The Followers' descendants could still be alive.
Permission granted, Captain. Good luck with your search.
Thank you, Admiral.
Check with
Admiral
them one more
Williams
time.
here. What can I do for you, Captain?
Let's check with him one more time. Okay, first, current situation.
What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of?
Aside from some Romulan activity along the border, things are fairly calm. But we have received an official complaint from Garrett regarding the refugees. This is a tricky diplomatic situation, and it would help if you found the fifth scroll, or proved it didn't exist.
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
You did good work on Morassia. Dr. Hunforsh is back at work with the Preserve, and relations with the Morassians have improved noticeably since your visit. Shall I go on?
Heck yes.
Please do.
The Enterprise responded to a distress call from Merton Station. Good work there, Picard. Without your efforts, this could have been a real catastrophe. You saved hundreds of lives, kept the station operational, and even managed to save the experimental power core. Congratulations. Shall I go on?
Yeah.
Please do.
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of minds at ease, but I'm still concerned about the Romulan activity in the area. Look sharp, Captain.
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. If your hunch is correct, the Garidian fifth scroll may be in the Shono-Isho Epsilon system. This possibility should be thoroughly explored.
Picard out.
Well, now we know that the followers are possibly hiding on Phrygia. So, we're going to save that for our next video. Until next time. So, till the next time, stay safe, have fun, and thank you for watching.